I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Dark Center Mafia 31 Days of Halloween. Every Sunday, we're doing a haul video for as long as we have hauls. We don't want to interrupt the regularly scheduled programming of the 31 Days of Halloween, where we're taking a look at horror books,
Gore fest,
violence, whatever that's Halloween themed. So today, we're posting up 2 videos. We're going to have this haul video going live at midnight, and then at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, there will be a new video that shows off another comic. So let's take a look at what you got first.
Okay, so to start this off, I got all of these books from Comics Adventure
Okay.
off of McLaughlin in Portland, Oregon area.
Okay.
I picked this one because of the art style. I just cracked it open a little bit. I love this kind of cute art. So yeah, that's the first of my haul. And then The Goddamned, which I
What
thought,
issue number is it? Issue 3.
Yeah, this is issue 3. I don't have any of the art issues, but this cover jumped out at me. I thought it looked interesting.
Yeah, is that supposed to be like Adam and Eve?
I'm not sure.
I'm kind of thinking it must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this
think
is
so.
supposed to be Garden of Eden. I also think that was a movie. But
Oh.
yeah.
Yep, I knew nothing about anything I picked up except for this one, which I was the most excited about.
Essential X Factor.
Yep, got it for $10.
Nice. You know these are in black and white, right? The
Yes.
essential editions are black and white. Okay.
Yep.
So what made you want to pick that one up?
I've been wanting to get more into X Factor lately.
Okay. So yeah.
And this, I felt, was the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. So I picked up a few things while I was at Coin and Hobby in Oregon City yesterday. They have a bin that's 75 cents, or if you buy 10, you get them for 50 cents a piece, right? They were getting really close to closing. I don't want to be that asshole that's forcing someone to stay later than what they need to stay, right? So when we get towards the end of this, I was just grabbing random things just to get it for like that cheaper price point. The first thing I saw in there was this Car Warriors number 3. I've never heard of this before, but how insane is that cover?
It looks so cool.
I know, I love that. And then Madame Xanadu, number 4, by Matt Wagner. So this is something that I'd picked up an issue of in the short box that I bought from Cosmic. I still don't know exactly what this series is, but it's Vertigo. It's Matt Wagner. You know, I think it's worth 50 cents.
Yeah.
And then this, I actually don't know what this is exactly, but it looked goofy as hell. And I'm kind of interested in more Blackthorn stuff.
Yeah.
Blackthorn did a lot of 3D books back in the day. You remember the Rambo 3
Yes.
comic that I got? Yeah, they're who published that. And then this is one of the craziest looking independent comics, I think. Probably not, actually, but
Yeah. It's definitely up there.
what the hell is going on in this? I have no idea, but, you know, it made me want to find out. And then this. The main reason I picked this up is that's supposed to be Jack Kirby, right? I mean,
It
definitely
looks
looks like it's supposed to be Kirby. And we got Kirby Crackle going on over here. And then we have like newer color techniques going on the right side, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what this is about. Never heard of it. I think the logo is kind of bad, actually.
Yeah.
But all the same, I was interested in finding out more about it. Then I figured if we needed more Manila for October's videos, why not pick this up, right? Witchfinder number 1. I don't know if it's the very first miniseries or not. I also think that we already have some of these, but just in case, figured pick it up, right? I also think I might already own this, but I thought this might be something fun to take a look at later on down the road. Splitting Image. For some reason, a lot of these companies, the bigger companies, I mean, DC, Marvel, Image, they lampoon themselves, right? This is what this is, basically. It's just a parody of the characters and all that.
Okay.
And it's done by Don Simpson. Then we took a look at Generation X issue number 1. So this is something I also think I own, but I was getting it was getting late. They wanted to close, I'm assuming. I wanted to make sure that they could close. So this is the last issue of Generation X. Took a look at the first one, figured why not pick this up for 50 cents so we can take a look at the last one. Just kind of see where the series went, right? Boneyard. I've had these a number of times. I don't know if these are actually like horror things. I think they are though, looking at it.
Yeah.
And I figured, hell, if we start running low on stuff for 31 days of Halloween, it's always good to have a few more backup, right?
Yeah.
No idea what Victory City is.
Looks interesting.
But I love the cover. The cover really worked for me. So in the haul video a couple weeks ago, I showed off all the graphic novels and magazines that I picked up at the garage sale, but I haven't showed any of the actual comics yet. These are some of the issues that I picked out of that. I'm not going to show absolutely everything I got in those boxes. There's too much I don't have any interest in. This is just stuff that I am interested in. Have you ever heard of this one?
I haven't.
I had not either, but we're going to be doing a Halloween video on it.
Okay.
Feeders, A Nightmare in Widescreen. And then Turtles of Grayskull. So I, of course, have heard of this one.
Yeah.
It's written by Tim Silly, same writer who did the Masters of the Universe Multiverse comics.
Oh, okay. So it's gotta be good.
Yeah, I think it might be. Issues number 1, 2, and 3 of that.
Those are such epic covers.
Yeah, they are. I love the Michelangelo He-Man hair.
Yep.
I hope that's got some sort of origin in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find out at some point because I'm definitely going to give these a read. And then I don't know if I have this or not.
Okay.
I know I have one of the newer Grendel miniseries in hardcover already.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be Devil's Crucible. I'm not sure, but I pulled it just in case because I love Grendel. And then the Crow. How do you think you pronounce that? Leth?
Leth?
Leth? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like this one or not. This is also written by Tim Silly, though. Is there anything this guy doesn't write?
I don't know. We've looked at so much of his writing.
Oh, I might as well look at this one at some point, too.
Yeah.
In any case, it's not going to be as good as the James O'Barr stuff. It just won't be. But that doesn't mean it can't be good. So, Space Yosagi number, no idea. White Star Rising number 3, but I doubt that's the actual issue number. 2 of 3, yeah. I doubt that's the issue number. I've never actually read any of the Space Yosagi stuff. I have read the other Yosagi stuff.
I didn't know there was Space Yosagi.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, to be honest. And then, same thing with this one. Oh, wait, no, this actually has a number on it. So, Yosagi Yohimbo number 277 and 279. I might have these in one of the compendiums or hardcovers already. I'm not sure. Because I don't know what all those collect, and I don't know which all I own already.
Yeah.
But whatever the case, I'm going to pull these just in case I don't have them. Survival Street number 4. I know I have issue number 1 already. I think I have issues number 2 and 3. I've been wanting to read this. So excited to have almost the whole thing. That way, if I like it, it just works out better.
I want to read this at some point.
Resin Alien? Yeah, I have the first 2 thick trade paperbacks. I think Dark Horse calls those omnibuses. I don't know if this is in those or not. So I went ahead and pulled it. And then Norse Mythology issue number 1. No matter what you think of Neil Gaiman these days, P. Craig Russell, Mike Mignola, Jerry Ordway, Dave Stewart, there's some phenomenal names on this beyond and besides just Neil Gaiman.
Definitely.
So issue number 1, 2, 3 with a sweet David Mack cover, and 6. I think I also have number 4 and 5 somewhere. I just haven't pulled them yet. And then Guru, Minstrel Melodies, issue number 3 and 4. You can't go wrong with Guru.
No.
If you're ever just having a complete shit day, this is the comic that you should read because it cheers you up.
Yeah.
Cheers me up, at least. And then I think I actually have a couple issues of this one now. I have no idea what it is, but I love the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Westerns at times. So, El Dorado. Gonna give that a try. No idea. This is something I remember reading when I was younger. And I didn't necessarily pull this one out because I wanted to keep it. I pulled it because we might want to take a look at the superhero type horror comics for Halloween.
Okay, yeah.
Or 31 Days of Halloween. And this is definitely in that vein. If you like things like The Darkness and stuff like that, Dark Child, The Darkness, Witchblade, this has the same sort of feel to it that a lot of those had.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Daniel is the creator of that one. I've read it before. I actually liked it when I was like your age.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid to read it now because, you know, things that you like at that age are not necessarily things you're going to like at this age. But
yeah.
BPRD, Hell on Earth, number 104.
Sick
So
monster design.
It cracks me up that they have legacy numbering there, right?
Oh?
Yeah, because BPRD was always like 4-issue miniseries, one-shots, things like that.
Oh.
But number 104, it had to have been that it switched over to legacy numbering at some point. This kind of the same thing. I probably already have this in trade paperback form or Omni or whatever, but we might make an episode out of it. I'm sure we will at some point, whether it's for the 31 Days of Halloween or not.
That guy looks like the guy who died in the Frankenstein book.
He's got the sword
covered. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should take a look at this so that we understand Frankenstein a little bit more.
Maybe.
Yeah, in any case, I don't know for a fact if I have this any other way, so I'll hang on to it this way until I have it in another way.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't. Mysterious Ways, issue number 1. I have no idea what this is. But I know it is a Top Cow book. And I like a lot of Top Cow, even the stuff that's fairly cheesy, you know, which is a lot of the Top Cow stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
But this is also something that could be a contender for a Halloween episode. Like Violent Messiahs, we probably haven't released that at the time that we release this.
Yeah.
It might have the issue where we think it looks Halloween-esque and it turns out not to be.
Right.
But we'll give it a try anyway. And then this, I don't know what this is. 6 Miles, number 10.
On that.
It's an awesome cover.
Yeah.
I love the cover. The logo is kind of goofy. Both of the logos actually are pretty goofy. And then
I
just
think it gives it a weird little charm, though.
I could see that, but as a tip, if you're doing the layout on your comic, don't put the title here and also repeat it here.
Okay.
That's so unnecessary for it to say 6 Miles twice on the cover.
Yeah.
No matter what, though, that is a badass cover. So, yeah. And then this. So
Price $100.
I took a look at that and I was like, this sure as hell looks like it's a Bob Burden comic.
Yeah.
Looked it up. It is Invincible Man number 1. And apparently this really did have a $100 cover price.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is something that I need to talk to someone whose knowledge about comics I respect is being greater than my own. So it's something I'm going to ask Andy from Cosmic Monkey if he knows anything about.
Yeah.
This, from what I can find online, legit had a $100 cover price. And this is apparently fairly hard to come by. There's only like 2 of them on eBay. And they're like $30 to $40 a piece, something like that. So that kind of backs up that it was like a $100 cover price.
That's
If you don't
insane.
recognize the name of who created this, Flaming Carrot, Mystery Men.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Negative Burn, number 7. So I might already have this one. I have a number of Negative Burns. This series is usually pretty good. And the names on this particular issue, Paul Galassi, Brian Boland, Philip Hester, Ted Slampiak, I don't know. Doug Willer, I do. Richard Case, I do. So Negative Burn was Caliber's anthology. Usually the stories in it were darker, as you could probably tell by the fact that it looks like a rock star is about to sacrifice a kitten.
Yeah.
So these are generally pretty good.
Okay.
I own a number of them. I don't know if I own that one or not. And then something that I almost certainly do own is Fathom issue number 1. In fact, I think I showed another copy of this in one of the earlier haul videos. It was either number 1 or 2 of this. If you don't know why I picked these up, this is Bill Willingham's superhero comic he did before he did Fables.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting together a whole series of it. Fathom is one of the characters in it. This is a spin-off miniseries. I just pick them up, and I seem to be hoarding them. I have more copies of those than I do anything else. And then Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Begin. So I think I have all of the issues of this now. Okay. But if you never looked at Shaolin Cowboy, just look at that artwork.
Dang.
Jeff Darrow's art is so amazing.
Yeah.
So
the details in it are so stunning.
And then Ananasi Boys number 3. So this is interesting to me in that it's not adapted by P. Craig Russell.
Oh.
Which is too bad because P. Craig Russell is the best person to adapt anything by Neil Gaiman. Mm-hmm. Then again, I've not read anything that was adapted by anybody else, so it might be pretty good. I just know P. Craig Russell is one of the best creators that doesn't get any credit in this industry.
Yeah.
Daredevil Chronicles. These are fan comics, I guess you'd call them.
Really?
Yeah, they're kind of a mix between a fanzine and an industry magazine. It's just focused on whoever the characters are that are featured in the Chronicles. There's one of these for X-Men, one for Spider-Man, obviously one for Daredevil.
Okay.
I think I have all of them now. I'm not sure. And then Rage More issue number 1.
That's an awesome cover.
It is. And this is why I want it. Richard Corbin.
What does he do?
Richard Corbin created the character Din. You might recognize his artwork when you look at it.
Okay.
He was featured in a lot of issues of Heavy Metal.
Oh, wow.
His character Din is pretty well known. He did a Hellboy miniseries or one shot or something like that with Mike Mignola. He actually did the Hulk at one point in time too.
Really?
Yeah, but that was after they had became a little bit more accepting of working with diverse styles for the Marvel books.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Richard Corbin is somebody you should pay attention to if you don't know who that is. And then The Darkness number 20. So this is not something that I pulled to keep. This is something I pulled because I figured at some point during the 31 days of Halloween, we are going to want to take a look at a superhero type horror tale, and Darkness is probably my favorite out of all of those.
Yeah.
So I prefer an earlier issue, but I'm okay with number 20. That's still fairly earlier. Proof Image First number 1. Kind of the same thoughts here, that this may be something that ends up Halloween.
Okay.
But also I just want to see if I liked it. I like the idea that she's some sort of secret agent and Bigfoot is her partner. I don't know anything about this beyond and besides that.
Yeah.
Grim Ghost issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is from
a cool cover.
The Atlas relaunch. I don't know anything about Grim Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know all that much about Atlas's relaunch. But I know I like Kelly Jones's artwork.
Okay, yeah.
I won't stick with a series based off the artwork alone if I end up not liking the story. But I will try a comic based off of how much I like the artist. So I'm willing to give this a try. You know, Kelly Jones, that's all I really need to know.
Mm.
Same thing goes for this one. Man of God. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of the company that does this. But that is a Dan Brereton cover.
Yeah.
I don't think the interior art is by Brereton. No, it's not. But it does still look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give this a shot, see what it's all about. Mystery in Space, issue number 1, Vertigo. I'm checking this out because it's Vertigo. You know, I like a lot of the stuff that Vertigo put out. They're actually getting ready to relaunch Vertigo. You know how I said a few videos ago that they should bring back Vertigo? Mm-hmm. I gotta admit, it looks like a be careful what you wish for sort of thing.
Oh.
It might be some of the greatest comics ever made. It might capture lightning in a bottle twice. The layout for the covers looks boring as hell. It looks like it's just the same sort of shit that DC and Marvel put out every single month. And what I liked about Vertigo prior to this era was that it actually stood out on its own and looked different than everything in comics. I would say by the time this era rolled around, this does look a lot like everything else does.
Right.
But this still looks cool, and I want to give it a shot. So
yeah, early Vertigo had something going for it that was almost like slave labor feel, right? Where it's like all these loose, like cool, different kinds of artists and everything.
Yeah, well, it had different artists, different types of covers, but the writing was so much more mature than what you'd get. And even during the era of the Mystery in Space, that's when you got like Why the Last Man and Scalped and stuff like that. So I would say like Vertigo was having kind of like a second renaissance during that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to judge the new Vertigo based off the trade dress alone. I'll just say it doesn't look as appealing as the old stuff does to me. But, you know, maybe it will to you if you ever look at it. I don't know. The Heat. I don't know what this is. I just know that I like swamp monsters.
Yeah, and those are some good inks.
Yeah. I think that there was a color cover of this. I think this is actually a variant.
Oh, okay.
But look at the beginning of that. Gross ass hillbillies.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm going to read that. And then War of the Independents, issue number 1 and 2. So, War of the Independents, I don't think has ever actually been completed. But it was really ambitious. You'll see like Scud the Disposable Assassin.
Max.
The Max. Kabuki. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be one of Coop's Devil Girls, but I could be wrong about that part.
Okay.
I recognize that guy. I can't think of his name, but Gumby. Gumby is there.
Gumby.
Megaton Man. There's Badger up there. You can see all sorts of characters, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, none of these characters are going to have hardly any time at all on any of the panels.
Right.
But here we go.
Oh, you got Bone down there?
So Milk and Cheese, Cerebus, Badger, Max, Flaming Carrot, Warrior Nun, Ariella, Megaton Man, Gumby and Pokey, I don't know who she is, Bone, Faust, I think that's Captain Canuck, I think.
Okay.
Madman, The Tick, She, Too Much Coffee Man, Atomica, that's that guy's name is Atomica. Mr. Monster is right there.
Got Ants up there.
Hack and Slash are up there by Ant. 10th Muse. I reckon, and Yosagi's hiding right there. I recognize most of these characters, as you could just tell, right?
Yeah.
So, I doubt this thing is all that great. I don't mean to be a dick.
Right.
But crossovers like this generally aren't going to be that great, right?
Yeah.
All the same, this is fun, and I've never actually seen this before. So it has all these characters I love in it. So I'm going to keep it just based off that.
Right.
The CBDLF presents Liberty Annual number 2000 and something one. I'm guessing 2011. Mm-hmm. But I can't tell because Uncle Sam's giant ass hat is blocking up the logo. These are actually kind of fun.
Oh? Yeah.
So they feature stories that are different in each of them. But there's an Elephant Man in this. I think one of them had a Scott Pilgrim in it. Goon appears in one of these. Grendel appears in this one.
Interesting.
Some of the characters I'll know. Some of them I won't. That's some of the fun in reading them is sometimes you can discover new things. But it's also the idea behind this is good. So I didn't buy it new. the money that I paid for it didn't go towards the contributions CBLDF.
Mm-hmm.
But I always drop my change in the donation jars to them whenever I see one at a comic shop. I think the CBLDF is a great idea. It's Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, if you don't know what it is.
Oh, were they at the Comic-Con we were at?
They might have been. I know people show up for Hero. I don't know if they were for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund or not.
Okay.
Basically, though, these are the guys who provide the lawyers that make it possible for people like us to continue having free speech in comics.
Oh, okay.
We need them.
Yeah.
So I never seem to find these when they're new on the shelves, or I would buy them because I do believe in supporting this, and $5 to me is well worth it.
Yeah.
But I only ever find these in bins afterwards. I never seem to hit them when they actually come out. I don't know if they're still coming out with these or not. And then Thor Unkillable Thunderchrist.
Unkillable Thunderchrist.
Yeah, I actually started reading this one day to make a video out of, but decided that I need to dig into it a little bit more because it seemed like this might actually be a spin-off character from another book.
Oh.
And if it's not, then I'll say the way that it's written is really confusing.
Interesting.
Either way, I'm going to dig into it a little bit more before we do a video on that one. Savage Dragon versus the Savage Megaton Man. So we just saw him in the War for the Independence.
Is he the reason why you picked this up?
He is. Yeah, I like Don Simpson. And I don't really know that much about Eric Larson's Savage Dragon besides just kind of the basics that you learn from watching everybody else's YouTube channel.
Right.
What I do know is I'm not as in love with it as everyone else seems to be. All the same, this looks like a fun crossover. I'm going to give it a try. Oh, and then Hell Dorado Part 2. So I apparently have issue number 1 and 2 of that.
Okay.
The Damned issue number 1. I don't know what this is. Looks like some sort of noir pulp thing.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me. Midnight Nation number 8. So I think I pulled this one to do a video of too.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good stuff. I've read, I don't know, the first 9 or 10 of this comic. I would be interested in reading the whole entire series.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I pulled it mainly for that reason. Ted McKeever's Metaphor. I don't know what Metaphor is, but I know who Ted McKeever is.
Yeah.
And I know that I love his insanity. I never would have known about Ted McKeever if it weren't for Tony Morgan, who's the artist on Chronicles of Von Helsing. He's the cover artist on every single issue. He's the interior artist on issue number 1 and Blood Will Out, as well as being the writer on Blood Will Out. He's also done non-Darkslinger things like Chicken Leg Bone Boy and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Ted McKeever is a phenomenal talent. I love his weirdness. And then this. I probably do have this in a trade paperback. But since this reprints the first issue, I thought it might be fun to do a video on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the hell Butcher Baker is. Issue
Got
number
something
4.
to do with semis.
Issue number 1.
Oh.
Issue number 3. I don't know what this is exactly, but I know these covers are hilarious.
Yeah.
And I know I like Joe Casey's writing.
Right.
So, yeah, why not?
One hell of a handlebar mustache.
Right? Superior, issue number 1. We've talked before about how Mark Millar is really hit or miss for both of us.
Yeah.
But I do always try the first issue of one of his series if I have access to one. Because when he hits, he really hits. And Lionel Yu is a really good artist. So I'm going to try that one.
Okay.
Valen the Outcast. I have no idea what this is. None at all.
Yeah.
But it looks somewhere between like Sword and Sorcery, Viking, Roman, maybe something like that. And it's done by Carrie Nord, who did probably my favorite run of Conan.
Okay.
So, why not try it? Yeah, and fun fact, one of the reasons that we own our house is because of Carrie Nord's artwork. So, I owned a bunch of his art before he had hit to a degree because he's already working for Marvel on Mutant X. I had bought up a bunch of the pages from like Mutinex and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then when you really hit on Conan, I sold those at a huge profit.
Oh.
It's part of what I used for the down payment on the house.
Oh, okay.
Archer and Armstrong #1. I'm positive I have the trade of this. This is a really fun series. I pulled this out because I thought it would be a good thing to do a video on. No idea what Sparta USA is, but I know who David Lapham is. Mm-hmm. So I pulled that mainly off the strength of his name.
That guy's toupee is gonna catch fire.
You think that's a toupee? Or just a really weird haircut?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I have no idea what this is. And then Images of Shadowhawk #1. Pretty positive I have this, but just in case, I want to pull it anyway. This is the weird Keith Giffen style that's so cool that he used in the Lobo comic we took a look at a while back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is even more extreme of that, like he did in Trencher. And in fact, I'm pretty positive Trencher is a character in Images of Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
So even if I have this already, we can do a video of it, then you can have a copy.
Sick.
Yeah, and then this intrigued me when I saw it in there.
Tarzan type?
Well, it's clearly Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
But it's called Lord of the Jungle, not Tarzan.
Interesting.
So as I looked into this a little bit, if I'm understanding correctly, this is a straight adaptation of Edgar Rice Burroughs' first Tarzan book.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why they're just calling it Lord of the Jungle and it doesn't have like the Tarzan name or not, but I do like Tarzan comics.
Right.
There are a lot of them that are very good.
Yeah, maybe there's some kind of legalities that conflict with other
there could be
that's been published.
There could be. And I like a lot of stuff that Dynamite has published, not everything they publish, and I haven't liked every Tarzan comic I've read.
Yeah.
But why not give this a read since I already have it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's everything. That's our haul for this week.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's go make some comics. Looking for something to read this Halloween season? Darkslinger Comics has you covered. Check out Ghost Assassin, a supernatural crime comic. Issue #1 is currently available in a color edition as well as a limited edition black and white raw copy that features Joel Kotajar's pencils and the lettering only. There's also a raw edition available for issue #2. We're currently completing the inks and coloring stages on issue #2. Can't wait to read it? You can pick up the A story in the cards as a mini comic. Issue #3 is also available in the raw edition. Vampires more your thing? Check out Chronicles of Von Helsing. This story features the world's oldest blood feud, the Von Helsings versus vampire kind. Issue #1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all available, as well as the Sally mini comic and the newest addition to the Chronicles Von Helsing lineup, Blood Will Out by Tony Morgan. This is the last time Chronicles Von Helsing issues #1 through 5 in the Sally special will be offered in this format. We're almost sold out of the remaining copies. The next time it sees print is going to be as a colored edition hardcover. Vampires and supernatural crime not your thing? Check out Who Will Save the World. All of these issues are available online on darkslinger.com, on our eBay store. You can order digital editions through our Patreon. Most of the Comics Mainstream spinner racks have these titles in stock as well. Are you a retailer and you're interested in stocking Darkslinger products? Get a hold of Comics Mainstream. Comics Mainstream is the exclusive distributor for Darkslinger Comics.